Hey everyone, welcome back in to this new song, and we hope that you enjoy it. Waking up in the darkness, no matter whether I end up having a panic attack or depressed, I don't even know, but I gotta figure it out right now. Over time, I'm gonna end up getting better, but I know that this is not the end. I gotta end up moving forward, but waking up in a nightmare every single time I end up waking up and going back to sleep. That is the way it's supposed to be, right? Nah, everyone wants you to end up changing. How can you end up changing if you're never around? How can you end up understanding if you're never going to end up being together? What can I end up doing possible and changing someone's life for the better? I gotta end up knowing that this is not the end. Yeah, this is not the end. But every single time I end up waking up in this fear, no matter where I am, no matter where I end up going, I gotta end up understanding that this is gonna get better for you. You just gotta end up learning and everything and trusting the Father in heaven. He's gonna end up giving you grace and end up following. Everything is gonna change for the better, but you gotta put in the work, right? Even though that I might be irritated or stressed out, I gotta end up moving forward because I know that that's what my family wants, even though that's what God wants me to do. So no matter what you end up saying, whatever you end up putting or saying out there, you're going to end up understanding that this is not the phase, that this is not the way it's supposed to be. But you got to understand your life was never supposed to be this way. But you ended up going in the wrong path, taking the wrong path every single moment since you were 7 years old. And even when you ended up understanding and having all these friends around, I'm still having panic attacks at night, even though that I end up depressed. I don't even know if this is going to be the end, but how can I end up knowing if this is going to change for the better? We're not even there yet. And emotionally, I end up understanding this is just the way that life is. I know that music is supposed to end up helping me and understand. I know that a lot of things are going to be. I just want to understand this is not the way it's supposed to be, but you got to end up putting in the work. Once you end up putting in the work, you're going to end up going and doing everything. You just have to understand. Everyone has a purpose in life, but sometimes I end up losing my way. I end up walking in the dark again. I end up doing drugs and alcohol, even though that I end up telling everyone I don't want to. I don't want to live this life anymore, even though that this pain is going to come. Even when I was a kid, this is how it was. I ended up living a good life and went to school, and no matter what, every single time you end up understanding that this is not the way it is. So you got to end up growing up. It's time for you to end up standing up on your own 2 feet because that's the way it's supposed to be. That's the way it's supposed to be. So every single time I end up going and talking to my family, I want to end up surprising them and making sure that everything is going to get better for you tonight. But even though that I haven't ended up walking in the dark for a while, it's just the way it is. But I end up going back to I'm a slave, I guess, to this drugs and alcohol, and I can't end up somehow end up breaking that pattern of everything. It's gonna get worse. But what can I do if I'm not putting in the work? I'm sorry, and I end up missing you guys a lot. I wish you guys were here, but I know that everything is gonna end up getting better. I know that I'm stressed out, and I know that I'm a great person. I just gotta believe everything's gonna get better. When you end up putting in the work, you're gonna end up changing your life. Before you know it, you're gonna end up finding the true love that you ended up understanding this is not the way it's supposed to be. But why have I been selfish? Oh yeah, I've been selfish because I've been running in the dark way too far, and I ended up running away. So what can I end up doing now? I know that the time is going to everything is gonna come flashing down before we know it. But you gotta end up understanding. I miss you guys a lot, and I know that this is just a support music right now. I want to try to end up helping someone else, so I don't want to live in the fear of darkness anymore. But I end up going back to my feelings, and that's not a good thing. You can end up listening to my other songs. That's exactly the way it is. I wish you were here, but I miss you.